Do you love looking around your area for new food, new cuisines, new restaurants around town? Well, today we're going to look at an amazing one-of-a-kind restaurant in Yaletown, Vancouver. Certain to quench your thirst for food adventure and cure your food boredom. Welcome back, Panda fam. Today we're going to the absolutely amazing Moltaqa's, who is well known for their Moroccan cuisine and their Flambe Lamb. However, it was my girlfriend's first experience with Moroccan food, and I was incredibly excited to show her how delicious Moroccan food could be. But I'm not the only one that thinks it's amazing. They've got 4.4 stars on Google, and on top of that, they're mentioned in the Michelin Guide. Now let's start by talking about the interior. There's a large bar that serves that Yaletown nightlife. Everything is covered in gold and silver, with touches of white and turquoise, and of course it's got some red for that contrast. The place is absolutely stunning, and it just feels different from your average dining experience. Now the dining room was much dimmer, and way less shiny, but it's perfect for those romantic candlelit dinners. Now not to sound like a snob, but I do have a favorite seat in the restaurant. It's the one window seat of the restaurant. It's got perfect lighting, and it faces the core of Yaletown. And with all this natural lighting, you can really see how beautiful this restaurant is. With that being said, we were incredibly excited to start eating. I always love watching my partner experience new things. I know this food is absolutely amazing, and I couldn't wait for her to try it for the first time. Now for those who don't know, Moroccan food is well known for being deeply flavorful, aromatic, and richly spiced. It blends Arab, Berber, Mediterranean, and African influences. They are well known for their complex use of spice. Cumin, saffron, paprika, cinnamon, and ginger are the staples. And on top of that, they use a lot of fresh herbs. Also, Moroccan food often layers sweet flavors by using things like dried apricots, raisins, dates, and honey. And they have absolutely mastered the art of slow cooking meats and vegetables. And of course, this leads us to the food review portion, where we talk about the good, the bad, and the amazing. Now we started with some olives to really open up that appetite, and some Moroccan hummus that had dried chickpeas, Moroccan spices, fresh lemon, and garlic. But of course we had to have something with it. It comes with this Moroccan semolina bread. The bread is handmade and baked in-house in small batches, so that they're always perfect. And boy did it pair well with the hummus. Unfortunately my partner can't have the bread, but they were nice enough to give us these veggie sticks, so they are for sure very accommodating. The bread is rough but crispy on the outside, and soft on the inside but really dense. And the hummus really gives it that fresh lemon and garlicky flavor. So it's absolutely delicious but so easy to overeat, kind of like garlic bread. Now I don't think the veggie sticks hit the same, but I'm just glad she had a vessel for her hummus. And you know what? She still really enjoyed it. And that's all that matters. And of course we really enjoyed the olives. For some reason this girl really hates pickles but absolutely loves olives. Now if you've never had their tea, you should definitely try it. They make tons of tea every day because the customers absolutely love it. It's a light but flavorful tea, and it has tons of herbs that makes it super refreshing. And their tea pour is quite the performance. I actually didn't know other cultures had this tea pour style as well, but in some parts of China this is actually super common. These long tea pours actually add air and movement, which helps release the aroma of the tea, and it enhances the fragrance and taste, especially for aromatic teas. On top of that, the designs on the teapot and the cup make it so interesting. All these little details just add to the atmosphere of the restaurant. And as tea lovers, we absolutely appreciated this. And of course we had to get some fun drinks. Moltaqa adds a Moroccan twist to their cocktails. By adding different herbs, spices, and fruits, they give classic cocktails some Moroccan flavor. When it comes to drinking, we're very simple creatures. We like it sweet and fruity. We got a Moroccan spiced sangria, and boy did it hit the spot. The food was going to take a little bit of time, since it was a busy day. So I went into the kitchen and did some behind the scenes shooting. The chefs and bakers were all really nice, and you could really tell they were putting a lot of heart into their food. So it's no surprise that all their bread and pastries turn out so freaking good. I ended up eating 2 plates of bread, and honestly, man, it was a problem, but it was a damn good problem. Meanwhile, the boss was prepping a whole lamb. He was gonna slow cook the lamb for later that night. He even invited me back to come try it at dinner. Unfortunately, I had work, so I couldn't make it. and boy did it feel like I missed out. And I do have to add, the owner Mimo has always been really kind to me. I first came here in 2018 when the restaurant just opened, and as always the food was amazing. But what made it super memorable is that Mimo would always come out and make sure we were having a good time. And I've been a loyal customer ever since. Now let's check out some of the appetizers and mains that we tried. So we started off with this chilled eggplant dip. Roasted and pureed eggplant with Moroccan spices and cilantro. It looks a little mushy, but it actually tasted really good. It's a little bit savory and a little bit sweet. And because it's chilled, it really hits your taste buds. If you do like eggplant, I would highly recommend this. And next up, we have my personal favorite, the beet orange salad. And of course, it's got roasted beets, oranges, Moroccan spices, dressed with virgin Middle Eastern olive oil, and just a little bit of feta. The beets and the orange are so sweet and so refreshing, and the herbs add such a kick, and that feta just adds a little bit of richness. Needless to say, highly recommend. And for the last appetizer, we got this homemade lean lamb sausage. Their halal sausage is braised in harissa sauce. It's mildly spicy and it's served with a side of salad. Despite it being a lean sausage, it's not super tough, it's still quite soft. And the amazing seasoning and the sauce give it this deep flavor. My girlfriend really enjoyed this one. Because the flavors are so strong, the salad actually is necessary. It really balances everything out. Highly recommend. And because the boss is such a lovely man, he gave us a couple of shots on the house. And who are we to turn down free alcohol and such a kind gesture? So we thanked him and slammed that baby down. Oh yeah! Now this next item is definitely the star of the show, my favorite item on their menu. The Flamade Lamb chop. I'll give you a second to take in all that amazing goodness. It's a full rack of lamb with roasted zucchini, carrots, and potatoes, served on a bed of pomegranate spinach. And if you want it to be halal, you can just get it without the flambe. And you guys know I love a dinner and a show. The flambe is usually done tableside, and so is the cutting of the meat. And honestly, it just feels like a whole experience. It's so damn fun. And if you're looking for a place to really impress a date or a group of friends, this is the spot. It's interesting, it's different, and it's novel. And for our other entree, we got sirloin lamb kebabs. 2 big lamb skewers served with rice, potato salad, and a green salad. It's a nice hearty meal. I think if you're not too adventurous, this would be a really good start to exploring Moroccan food. Skewers is something almost every country has, so it gives us something familiar, but also allows us to try those Moroccan flavors. This was a great introductory course for my girlfriend, and she absolutely loved it. I noticed the meat at Moltaqa's is actually quite lean, but surprisingly, they're still very juicy and very flavorful, which I really love about them. Now back to the flambéed lamb. They're cut up like little lollipops so you can just hold it and eat it. And honestly, I think eating with your hands is just more fun. They have a crispy exterior because it's slightly breaded, and after the flambe, it just gives it that amazing flavor. And it's juicy and tender inside without being super greasy, which is kind of interesting. And it came with this savory sauce, and honestly, we love sauces to go with our food. It just adds that extra oomph to the food, you know? It just puts an extra flavor into the mix, and it makes it so damn good. Now, I actually forgot what the sauce was, and I forgot to ask, and I couldn't find it on the menu online. But if you happen to know what it is, please put it in the comments below. It would be greatly appreciated. And usually my girlfriend's not a big fan of lamb, but we had so much lamb that day. Lamb generally has this really gamey flavor that a lot of people don't like. But the seasoning they add and the way they cook it really takes a lot of the gaminess out, which makes it way more palatable for a lot of people. This dish goes for around $82, so for some people that might be a little too much. But if you still want this experience, You can order it to share amongst yourself and maybe 3 other people. You can treat this as an appetizer and get a different entree. Alternatively, you can just get a bunch of stuff and share it all. Everything at Moltaqa's is really easy to share family style. I would definitely recommend that you try this at least once. Now, of course, we got dessert too. A chocolate pistachio cheesecake. Honestly, that just sounds and looks amazing. And then we also got this Moroccan almond pastry that I had never tried before. Now this pastry is actually quite dense. While the outside is quite flaky, the inside is densely packed with almonds. If you have a sweet tooth, this is probably for you because it's quite sweet. But because of how heavy and also how sugary it is, it's hard to have all 5. So we ended up packing most of this one to go. Now because of how sweet these pastries are, it actually pairs really well with the tea. The tea really helps level out the sweetness. And of course we have the cheesecake. My girlfriend loves cheesecake and my girlfriend loves pistachios, so this was absolutely perfect. This was surprisingly not overwhelmingly sweet. Of course this cheesecake has that cheesecakey goodness. It's very rich and it's very fluffy, but it's not super sweet. The pistachio sauce is on the sweeter side, but it also has that nutty flavor and it all kind of just levels each other out. Of the two, I think this is definitely our favorite dessert. The elements are just put together so perfectly that it's hard to decline a cheesecake like this. And of course, once again, thank you Mimo for having us. We had such a great time. And thank all of you guys for tuning in once again. I do have to apologize. I was actually gonna post this video way sooner, but I ended up getting pneumonia, which I'm actually still currently recovering from, which makes it incredibly hard to speak and breathe. But anyhow, if you like this video, make sure to subscribe, like, comment, you know what to do. Let's dine again soon, Panda fam.